trip. Let's go,
Yes, I
girls.
just said
Just
that.
us,
We
and
we
then
were
we
talking
can
about
all
that all
heal
week.
and
We said we're
bond.
all gonna go on a trip together. Like F MaryJane.
Yes, and I can host because I know Japan like the back of my hand. So
Wow.
yes. Oh
But
my God, I love
Adria, I just want to
Japan.
say
It's
I'm so
beautiful.
happy that you're on live. Like I wanted to literally hear your story since like last month, and I know you said you didn't want to spread
I
any
know
negative.
it's because I've been really, really busy. Like today it was just like my day off. I study, I work, and like I don't have the time. So I'm sorry I didn't answer soon. And honestly, just looking like I was just looking at your live and I heard what you guys were saying. And honestly, so though I was going to pay you guys for the trip to Dubai, I had my money out. I was going to pay, but my story with her was actually in December that I went. So it was Christmas. And honestly, I felt so bad because I left my family here. You know, I went there because I wanted to visit. I wanted a trip because I'm always working. I never have time for anything. And she actually was like, "Oh, you can come and stay with me and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay," but like I paid for everything. Like I paid for like this thing happened too. Like when I was there, I even saw that she was hosting the trips, but there was no one there. I saw that she was texting another girl. She would say like, "Oh, this girl is like saying that she paid for the trip," and like she was talking about people complaining. So my thing was because I I respect like what she does and everything, and I didn't want to say anything because you know that's her job and I know that's what she does, and I didn't know anyone had problems with her. So at first I thought if I say something, I know that she has like followers and people are gonna come and just, you know, I'll have to constantly defend myself. Like I didn't know there was like other people having
Right.
problems as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my thoughts too. I mean, this is someone that was inspiring at first, you know?
Right.
So
Yes.
it's like, it's, you know, the immature, you know, there's kids watching too. They think
Let
that
me
you want her life and all of
listen.
that, but it's not that at all.
After that, I was traumatized. Like I don't believe in no YouTubers at all because I'm like, this is not okay. So my problem was like that. So I went, I stayed with her and everything. And she was saying like crazy, crazy, crazy things. Like, and I was just like, first of all, I've never seen her pray like one day that I was there. She doesn't have a Bible. Okay, like this is all she would say. No, honestly, it was really sad because even like so when we went to the hotel, she would say that her bank was not working
Mm-hmm.
and that her sister was going to help her, and like I would go out, I would pay for everything. I paid for the hotel. Every time we go, I would pay. Like it was her birthday. I even got her like a nice gift.
I seen that in
And
the
like
video. Yep.
yeah, and it was for nothing. Was because she would say horrible things that like, well, I don't want to say because it's not my right to say
Please say
it.
it.
You can say whatever you want. She doing
Just,
what
you
she
know,
want.
blur
No,
out the
it's
bad
because
stuff.
honestly, I'm the type of person like it's just that she'll say things that happened to her like in her childhood, her own
Oh,
things, you
okay,
know.
then you don't
It's
say
not
that.
my to say, it's like personal stuff, but she would say all kinds of things that she been that it's like it doesn't make sense.
Does she say
Right.
colorist things like about black people, like Elena said?
Honestly, here's the thing. I never wanted to say anything because I'm like, how am I gonna tell people, make a video and tell people that the people that watch her, like she said horrible things. Like I was there and she would say like things about the countries that she's been through, like India and stuff, like horrible things. I'm like, how am I gonna? My issue was not with just like her, was because she was saying so much crap about like other country,
Mm-hmm.
other religions. Because I'm like, first of all, I was like, okay, listen, if you travel around the world, you must be open-minded. You need to respect other people's beliefs, other
Right.
people's religions, no matter what, even if you're Christian or whatever. Because like I myself, I'm Christian. My mother married a Jewish
Mm-hmm.
man, and you know they don't believe in Jesus, and not for that, my stepdad never like try to convince me like otherwise, but I'm
But
just
you know
saying
something,
like
Adria? That requires class. You have to be classy to be able to do something like that.
no,
Yes,
it's like open-minded, but it's sad because
She
honestly,
convinced
if
herself
you
that she's superior because of her traveling, but you
exactly.
exactly,
She
can't
she
did.
teach class.
travels around the world and you believe that she's open-minded, because for that, even if you have a huge following, you need to be respectful of even other people's ideas, because if you
Of
have
course.
many followers, you know, if someone thinks different than you cannot just go and think. But honestly, I want to say that when I was there, she would say horrible things about like racism that did not make sense to me, other people's religion. I was there, I did tour and tours and stuff. I learned about Dubai. And after like she okay, so one time like on her birthday day, she just got like mad of nowhere. And like, because honestly when I was there, she would tell me to like take pictures of her all the time. And
Hmm.
right. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I paid to be here. I understand. I completely understand. But she will like make me do like a bunch of things for her. But me, nice, I was like, okay, I was okay. Now I took so many pictures of her. I was like, can you please take a picture of me like so nicely after I did so many things for her? And she will be like, with such a nasty attitude. And I'm like, and then at one point, like we were like in the car and she was saying horrible things about like the gay like community, like horrible things about like we were
What?
talking. Yeah, we
What?
were talking about, I think I was, because I follow Nikita Dragon, like I love RuPaul's Drag Race, all of that.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, look at Nikita Dragon. She'll be like, she's not even a woman. She should be called like a man, like horrible things like that. And I'm like, no. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I think you shouldn't say things like that. And this is your disrespect. And then she started like, she was like, oh, you don't agree with me. And then she blocked me like in the car, like blocked me, like immature things. And then we went back to the room. She walked in front of me in the room that I was paying for. She
Hmm.
like threw the key at me, locked me out of the room. And I was like,
Was your stuff there?
yes. So what I did was, after like, so she threw the key at me, she locked me out of the room. I was waiting in the hall. I was just in shock because I was like, dude, I left my family during Christmas, like my mom, like she's here.
Hi,
She
mom.
was like my mom sent me like Christmas sweaters for me and her to wear together and everything like that. And like she locked me out of the room, threw the key at me. I was such in shock that I didn't believe that this was happening, because I was in during the days. I was like, no, this girl is not like that. I'm like, there must be something going on.
Right.
And then I was like, okay. So then after that, she let me out of the room. I just stayed in the hall, like I was just waiting. Then she opened the door. I went inside, and then I just sit on the bed, and she kept like yelling and saying a bunch of things. I was just like, okay. And she's like, oh, it's my birthday, you're ruining my day, blah blah blah. And then she made like appointment to go to the spa, and then she went to the mall, um like just like slapped the door at me, like. And I was like, listen, I was even so nice. I don't know why I was so like stupid, but I was just like, I was just trying to talk through, like, listen, I know it's your birthday, like we don't have to like argue, like everything it's fine, like, you know, I'm here alone, da da da. And like she was like, whatever, like she made an appointment to go to the spa at the mall. She like left and like um closed the door. And like I was just like, I just was in disbelief that this all was going on.
Right.
Just by
So
yourself in that crazy country.
yeah, I was by myself in a Muslim country, away from my family. So what I did was I called my mom, and honestly, I was so like evenly like scared to stay in the room. I took all of my stuff, like, and then I just went downstairs to the hotel
Hmm.
Lobby.
lobby. And like at first, like I knew that she wasn't there, and I just got like another room for myself. But like I made sure like to no one like was to make sure that she didn't see me, but I just took all my stuff and like I was really scared. And like honestly, I was so scared to even like see her in the lobby or something like that because I hate confrontation.
Right.
I'm not like, and I was just like, yeah, she texted
What
me to
hotel
leave
is
the
this?
room. Yeah, that's right, Mom. I forgot about that.
Wait,
So
what she
before
say?
when okay, so when she left to go through the spot, like to the spot that I told you guys, like I was like, we don't have to do this. She like before like she blocked me, she texted me and was like, you need to leave the room right now. You need to leave.
What? Yo.
Because you're her
Like,
child now. Because you're her child now. She's bossing
yeah,
you
like
around
I
like
need to
you're
leave
her
the room.
child.
Like, girl, what? Like, I've been paying like for everything here. Like, honestly, I felt used.
Right. She's used
I
you.
felt terrible. I was alone in this Muslim country. I wasn't with my family. I'm like, she's experienced because she travels by herself, but I don't.
Right.
I think she's a hotel junkie because all she does, she says she travels a lot. So this is what I realized because I travel a lot.
Yes. And that hotel that we were staying, it was like $400 a day. Okay,
Wow.
you guys. Let
No,
me
Because
tell you that.
the Marriott Mena in Cairo, that's like near the pyramids. So what I realized about MaryJane was she says that she travels a lot and she does all this stuff. She knew nothing about Egypt, like at all. I can tell she just travels somewhere and stays at a hotel.
No.
I told her reserve like
No. Hold on.
and she wants to eat at the hotel. Like she knew nothing, like at all, nothing about Egypt. She
I
just
must add.
goes
I'm
back to
so
her
sorry.
hotel. That's it.
I must add something. So you guys know that in Dubai, you know, like the sheikh is allowed to have 4 wives, right? I've learned so much when I was there, and I was like, yeah, isn't it so cool that here, like their religion, like they like to have 4 wives or whatever? And she's like, no, they're not allowed to do that. Like they can only have 1 wife, and I'm like,
Yo.
what? Everything things that she would say about other things, like I'm like, you travel around the world, how are you that, like, I hate to say ignorant? You don't learn about the country, you don't respect other people's religion because you talk trash about other people's religion. And before I was there, she had a friend that she went with and she wouldn't stop saying things about this girl. And like at one point I was like, I was basically a therapist. I was like, listen, you don't have to say things about like someone else, you know, focus on your life. Look, you're doing so good, you have your YouTube channel, like you don't have to like say those things about like this person, you know, like just live your life. And she got offended, like, oh my god, because honestly I went there because I wanted to travel and experience something.
Right.
I'm not the kind of person that stops my life to speak negative of others. You know, you guys might have a friend like that that is always like wants to say something about someone else to make themselves feel better, and I don't like that vibe. So if you come at me and you want to say something about someone else, I'll be like, listen, I'm here for a vacation, like let's just, you know, like
Enjoy yourself.
I was just like, girl, this is crazy. And
She's not
honestly,
much
you
of an
guys,
intellect. She's not an intellect at all. She can't. I can tell like she can't, you know, be social, keep up a conversation, you know, jump from topic to topic. She's just
but
bland.
guys, one thing I want to express to all of you guys, thank God I had the funds, the money to quickly relocate myself out of the situation.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, think about someone that saves their money and thinks they're going to travel with someone they believe is what they see on YouTube. Right. That's their personality. Thank God that I'm so blessed that I could quickly remove myself from the situation. But what if I didn't have the means or the money to like get out or whatever? Because she was using me. I was buying food, everything, like, and
that's
then
what Elena said. I'm sorry to call your Instagram name. But Elena had the same exact story. She said that she was on vacation and she was asking her to pay for everything.
Yeah, you know, I had a feeling something was telling me I have to buy my own ticket back home because something was telling me she didn't and it's not going to. So I bought my ticket back home. And I messaged her and said, "Hey, I don't know what's going on with you. I haven't heard from you, but I bought my ticket back home." And then she was like saying stuff like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I already told you that I'll buy your ticket." I'm like, "Okay, well, if you bought my ticket, like cancel it, refund me, or give me the credit back, so I can use it within the year." And she just keeps like putting that conversation off.
That's another thing. She has a lot of points, so she didn't really pay for anything.
Right.
But
In a
thank God you
hotel,
could.
I
huh?
just don't understand why she's
What
not
if you didn't? What if
forced.
I didn't? And she told me to leave the room, throw the key. I mean, did a bunch of things that was really unnecessary.
But
Like honestly,
can I bring you guys' attention to something though?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is why. Like, she doesn't have to know if you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, or Brazilian. She doesn't have to know if you're half Japanese. It's just my personal theory is that she is indeed colorist. Of course, that has nothing to bring me my money back, but we're talking about someone's integrity.
Right.
The reason why she's capable of stealing this money is because she has no integrity. She's using you for hotels, for lunches. You're saying you see, you're a different kind of person. You come from a different kind of person. Your mom made sweaters for you and her. Come on now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You have to have integrity. You have to be a particular kind of person. And some people don't have that. You know what I'm saying? This person is just out of it completely. She's a
and
different kind of breed.
honestly, I remember she's saying that she doesn't even have a good relationship with like her sister, because she told me that one time her sister like told her to like made her homeless or something. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
on
She
her
just say
YouTube. That's
things
on her
that
YouTube.
doesn't add up. Like, and
We don't know
honestly,
what's true at this point.
no, and honestly, if you have like this huge of a following and there's not one, okay, so when I went, I thought I was the only person, but now we have one, two, three, four, many. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
have a problem when it's more than
Mm-hmm.
one person. You could be humble enough and be like, yes, guys, I'm wrong. I'm gonna listen to what you're saying. I'm
Exactly.
gonna work on it. But no, she blocks everyone and moves on with her life from country to country. Like, no one is gonna get her. That's
I
why
don't
I
know
keep
if I'm
telling people,
lucky. Like, I don't know if I'm lucky for her not blocking me yet. Maybe it's because she knows she hasn't given me any money. But, you know, what I'm saying with the colorist thing is you guys are fair-skinned women and are non-black. And she has an issue, apparently, possibly,
Yeah,
with black
possibly.
women. Possibly. It's hypothetical. It's a theory. That's why, Elena, you know, you were wondering why you were chosen. That's possibly what it is. This person is cuckoo, you know? So
We need a new word to describe what she is. But Elena, can you tell your story again? Because I seen a few comments. They're asking about your story before the phone hung up, and your experience with the scammer.
I don't understand why, if she's so broke, why she has to stay in like 5-star hotels. Like, go to a hostel, man. Like, why you $200 a night at the Marriott?
Bro, for our trip
Begging
to
at the
Egypt,
front desk.
she originally said that we would stay at the Marriott Mina house, and then the first red flag was when she actually reserved. She didn't book it. She reserved the hotel, and when I read the email, it said the Sofito. I'm like, you said that
Yeah.
the Marriott Mina house. She chose the cheapest hotel in Egypt from the most beautifulest hotel in Egypt. I'm
same.
like, what the hell happened that quick? She said, oh, the hotel was at capacity. So I'm like, all right, I checked myself. The hotel was not at capacity. I'm like, whatever. I didn't even need to give an F because I wanted to go on this trip. And then she's like, she was very unattended the whole time throughout the whole process. The day before you're supposed to leave, she lied to me and said she had COVID. I'm like, are you serious? You have COVID the day before I'm supposed to come there? The next day she posted that she was in Egypt. I'm like, yo, this girl scared me. And then I think I seen a picture of you, and I thought you were a tourist, Alina. And I'm like, all right, maybe she's a tourist. She tried to act like people's on her trip, and no one's really there. And then she asked me to rebook for April 19th or something like that, saying that all the other girls are coming on the 6th or 19th, something like that. I'm like, girl, you're lying. This girl has, oh my
her
God, I
her
can't believe
whole
this.
life is a lie.
The
She
whole entire life is a
emailed
lie.
UK police or something, like London.
Adria, she lives
But
near. She
guys,
lives an
this is
hour. She
what
lives an
I'm
hour away from
saying.
me.
She's like, she has
But
She literally lives an hour away from me. Her whole entire family. Her whole family is involved. The mother, the brother, the sister.
but
I don't
guys,
know about the father.
this is what I say. When I was there, if I had to help pay for everything, and like the next when I left, like she was doing like car rides like for her birthday and stuff. I'm like, where did you get that money? And now when I got back and like I saw everything, I was like, okay, that makes sense, because when I was there, she was telling a girl like, it's fine, like I work for Emirates, that's how I get the flights. And I'm like, she's right sitting next to the bed to me, like, what? Like,
Lying. She said she makes
I
sixty
just help
thousand
you pay for
dollars a
this because you
month.
say you don't have money, and then the next day you're getting rides to go in the Lamborghini. I'm like, this doesn't even add up. And now I know
Yeah, I
that it was
remember that
because this whole
video.
time she was taking money from people, and I'm like, it's really
She had the
sad. Like,
Lamborghini. She bought the Louis bag. Were you there with her when she bought that bag? The Louis
no,
Vuitton
with the
bag?
Burberry bag. And also, I got her like a, because of service, I got her like a bracelet.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
But also when I left, because I have to leave, like I don't even want to say it, but like one of my things went missing.